What's happening, world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun, here at Where Media Meets Studios, in junction with VJ TV, Feral Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. It's Friday, got a great show lined up for y'all tonight. Got a great guest for us tonight. This is dope. She's an artist. I'll let everybody introduce themselves. Start.
Thanks.
That's that smooth. Mini trade.
Yes. How you doing? Cheers to beautiful people of the world. You know, it's your second time here. For y'all that don't know, she was
Appreciate that. Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's hella dope.
Thank you. Wrote an ebook. It's called Cocoon. Just something that I came out of nowhere. Honestly, I just been through a lot and. So
There's no pure expression. Paper.
like a journaling. Yeah, I mean,
That's how you know.
it was just I want some because a lot of the times it's all good.
Why the cage bird sings. Books that reflect the author's journey and development.
Yeah, and I think that's where my next venture is going. Who is very private. I don't put my business on social media and stuff like that. So I feel like within kind of opened up a journey for me to go into a book too. But I was in juvie, and
Oh, you was a gangster.
Bad girl.
no.
Learned my lesson, but I digress.
Lesson was learned.
So her name was Regina Lewis, and the title of the book was Somebody. showed a lot of depth and so it was like more so like, oh, I understood that it felt like me. So that's myself in the person that I have in that book and be like, oh wow.
Took me damn near 30 years to actually do it. Maya Angelou even stopping to have a conversation with me. Writing about yourself or letting people into your experience, because like even like make a metaphor, create a character, and have the things that happen to you happen to. For advice, I was just, you ever get some good advice? And then 2 decades later, it'd be like,
Always on time.
Right.
Never in our time.
that's facts. That's facts right there.
So, the process.
Oh my gosh. So it took me about 3 weeks. It's not, a long book, you know what I'm saying? So it took me about 3 weeks. And what I love and hate about myself when I'm like staying focused, don't nothing else matter. So that, like day and night, I was.
In hindsight, on your
I did that already because I was in my cocoon, okay? I was already in my cocoon healing. So, I had to do that anyway. But I was just on it every single day. I'll get off the phone, hey, I gotta call you back. I'm doing something right now. Like, I couldn't get it off my mind. Like, it was crazy. So it only took me like 3 weeks, but again, it's not long.
See what she said? She couldn't get it off her mind? In my life,
to your spirit.
I tried to write several scripts. But one time an idea came to me and I became obsessed with it. I couldn't. And that was the one I actually finished. When an artistic idea comes to you and you become obsessed with it and you can't get it off your mind, that's the story you was meant to tell.
For real.
Because ideas come. We thinkers. So ideas come, they go. Sometimes you be like, oh shit, what was that I was thinking about the other day? I did. But then sometimes an idea will land and you can't get it off your mind. You can't stop thinking about it. That's the story you're supposed to be telling.
Exactly.
The universe will guide you to where you're supposed to be. We just be sometimes too stubborn to see that there's a reason why this keeps.
You just got to pay attention to it.
Right.
Sometimes they say, what is your true calling? Well, what is the one thing you're actually obsessed with? What is the one thing that you do the easiest? That's your true calling. But unfortunately, many of us live a life filled with so many distractions and so much this and that we you're born and the day you realize why you were born.
Exactly. Most people don't realize why you chose to come back, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Man, that's let me be the one to say it this time. That's a 3 a.m. joint. And that shit that comes to you at 3 a.m. has settled. So the things that come to you at 3 a.m. science behind that. Don't play this man short. He's giving. When the world is quiet, when you're pretty much maybe
because I started at 2 a.m.
How did you
my
build
cousin
up
Anthony and my cousin Devon
to get over the shyness or being able to open yourself up? How did you go through that process? Being able to be like, I'm going to put something out there. Because we all have, I don't care how many of y'all, just people in general, everybody got a fear of something when it comes to public speaking. Or
Yes.
I don't want to put, or you feeling like, oh man, they're going to laugh. They're going to, remember this. Don't give a fuck about being there.
our mind will actually create, if we don't got no haters,
Imaginary haters.
your mind will create haters.
Yes.
And they're just as real because they're a part of your subconscious.
So how did you?
Honestly, I stopped caring what people thought. Like,
Was this
people
part
are-
of the process, or you
yeah. It was important. I didn't want nobody to have this perception of me, but then it was like I do everything. Point, you have to say fuck everybody. Live for yourself.
True.
So it happened. I'm just gonna put something out there, though.
Just tapped a little bit. You put your foot in the water.
healed, are there any tips or techniques that you could come to this level of
Understanding.
getting it out there? Because as an artist, sometimes, like you had said, you're a private person.
Mm-hmm.
But as an artist, sometimes we have to let people in, or we have to give a part of ourselves that we might not come. Like I wrote a book, and in the book, I wrote several scripts. I put parts of my life into that I would never be comfortable sharing with anybody. And sometimes people have asked, "Hey, whoop whoop," and I've said, "Oh no, that's just the character," but I was lying. It was actually me, but it's a part of my life that I'm not comfortable sharing. But the metaphor character, which is a metaphor for me, I let them experience that. What can you tell someone on how they could privacy?
I mean, you don't have to be always an open book. You know what I'm saying? Harness what you go through. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from your truth. If your truth is horrible, you need to express that, hey, it went this certain way. That's why I can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? Because people, you can give people advice all the time, but if they don't have nothing to relate to, then it's like, well, how I know you really went through that? So, for me, I just put it out there. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't read my book. I was like, damn, I put some stuff in there that I would never tell nobody. And it just took me.
And that's part of the artistic journey. Sometimes opening yourself up to criticism, or opening up to some stuff that even the people closest to you be like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just getting comfortable with your story. It's your story. You can't be ashamed of your story. It's how you come from that story. Like what brought you out and where are you now? You know what I'm saying? You have to be comfortable with that shift, because now that's your past. You can speak about your past now, you know, and show up in your future. So, I mean, that would be the best advice for me.
Are you comfortable with doing public appearances and stuff like that?
You know this. I done performed my song and all type of stuff. Yeah.
No, because I mean, stores like, because like there's black bookstores like Marcus Books who would have you come in and literally do a reading. Set it up where people would come in and you read part of your book and people buy it and you autograph it and stuff
love
like that.
I would love that.
You can set that up through Marcus Books. You can even set that up through what's some people, Barnes and Noble, stuff like that. Marcus Books. And I went down there, and man, it was like damn near 100 people there. It was packed, and and some of the parts of his book was some personal level shit that he had never even told his closest friends. So so sometimes you gotta be, when you're doing a public reading, you gotta be willing to be vulnerable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man. And I'll say, as a male, full male.
100% male.
100%. Man, bingo. Ain't
no ambiguity, no.
But
full gender.
I read it and I was like, I was like, okay. That's up. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and I gave a review. And I was like, that's a great read. I look forward to more.
You know what's crazy? I got more commentary from men than I did women.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like one guy had said that, reading my book helped him look at his wife a little bit differently and understand her a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then, another person was like, he saw his reflection and how to, refocus his path. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was good. I was like, I don't know if it was more so for me just writing for the women, or if sis was really just writing to me. You know what I'm saying? But to know that it's being reached by, men and women is kind of dope.
Oh yeah, because
I wasn't expecting that.
One thing I know about this brother is that he has a tragic inability to be fake.
I can't.
Like, it's just not in his DNA.
That's a good trait.
So. Yeah, so if he said the book was good, real, he wouldn't say it. Since I know that, since I can genuinely get along, he'd have changed the subject and started talking about baseball. We know that your book is good, and as soon as we go off the air,
to have an opinion on it, I feel like being able to see or hear questions, if you feel like you could have did this a little bit better, please tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because
you a real private person, so I was like, okay, she ain't going into detail.
I didn't go into.
And I've been like, and he'd be like, dude, what you waiting on? I'm one of them like, I gotta do. I know I need to. Finish something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Completion is
completion.
It's the reason why I'm wearing number 9 today.
Mm-hmm.
Completion. See, everything, I'm sharp than a motherfucker. Y'all gonna understand it.
7, 9, 11. These are all numbers of six.
Me and the universe got a thing. Like that song, me and Mrs. Jones. Me and the universe got a thing going on.
But so many of us are so clouded and distracted by daily life or the pedestrian parts of life,
right?
That until we wake up, or what Natalie Nunn doing on the baddies,
Big Chin baby,
that one day at 3 a.m. we wake up and realize that the universe has been talking to us the whole time.
Exactly.
We just, so much outside noise, so much distraction that we can't hear.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got to be intentional with everything you do.
Because, unfortunately, and I can apply this to my own life, there were sections of my So you gotta be intentional. You gotta be purposeful. Like some of us that have kids, and we kind of float. We there, of course, you know. They came and went, and you ain't had a real conversation with your kids. You ain't really got to know them. Some of y'all got involved in their lives. You told them what to do. You whooped them when they was bad, whatever. But you never actually got to know them as a person. You never actually got involved with them. So you don't. This and that. A couple times you might have told them, "Oh, I love you," but you. Us and we'd be like, nigga, you don't know me, because y'all never got in tune. But if you, like he said, if you're in, like for you to sit down and write a book. See, it's one thing to tell people your story or everybody in your friends group, but when you sat down and wrote a book and shared yourself, that's intentional. That you're trying to change your part of the world and the people that encounter with you. And so my hat is off to you.
Thank you. So. I appreciate that so much.
Completion of a task.
And I only got 7 chapters, and I said at the end of that chapter, on the 7th chapter, I rest.
You know, we right here in America, and I can guarantee you there's a million people in America who have attempted to write a book or thought about writing a book. And for you to be one of the few people to actually write a book, and people can right now, y'all can pick up your phone and you can go Amazon. And you can order this book. It's not a one day we're gonna do this. It's not a hypothetical. You know, one day I'm gonna write a book. Or you know, it'd be a good idea for a book. No, this is a book that actually exists, and you can pick up that computer that's in your hands, and you can buy it. And that's something that we should be celebrating.
Yeah, because I was sitting there, I saw your post, you're like, I did a thing, I wrote a book. Just results. You wasn't saying that, hey, I'm thinking about doing what I've done. I'm like,
I didn't say nothing.
Man, I could be right and I should be. So I know I be pump faking like the girls when they do double dutch, like, yeah, so I get it.
Yeah.
But we sitting right here right now on something that was your idea.
And you did it, and it's like, boom.
Right now. Cognac Confessionals. We right here on something. About to.
What I'm waiting on is the mailman.
Right.
Because I need my check.
But yeah,
you waiting for everything to be perfect.
I didn't let nobody know nothing. Nobody knew nothing.
I literally had one time I had a great idea for a movie. And I started writing the script, and I was so gassed by it that I started sharing with people. And so many people was giving me input, suggestions, this and that it became chaos. It became chaos to the point where I started doubting myself. And then I realized, nigga, you already wrote 6, 7 scripts, nigga. It was too many chefs in the mix. Right. Sometimes you gotta
just do it.
Because here's the thing. Say you're doing something creative or you're writing another book, and I get to give you all these suggestions, and you try to incorporate my suggestions, but then when you reach out to me, I'm at in and out, or I'm here or there, right? So now you're literally start working on something that wasn't even your actual idea. So now you're working to complete something. People will throw suggestions through you. People will throw things out there. They'll suggest. But it's you at 2 a.m. actually trying to write this thing, stay up, handle your business, and I'm somewhere asleep. So you do better of riding with yourself. And then letting everybody know, because people will, and they mean well. You know what you should do.
Right.
People come with what you should do.
And so I believe in you. People be praying on
you can curse yourself by being happy for yourself. But and the thing is, society wants you to feel that you being proud of the things you accomplished, that you being selfish and showing off. You know, you're just proud of what you've done.
Right.
And
Fake
you can
humility
go along.
don't get you nowhere.
You can go along and have an idea and put it out there, but like you said, yeah, you will have. As soon as you put something in the universe,
Mine.
to chop your tree. It got to be that's the intent, but no, that's the dark. Lesson will be learned.
It'll even
Eventually.
use people that you become disillusioned with the whole thing. I've had whole movies that I've done that I ended up shelving because I was unhappy with the response from the people closest to me.
Because, and the thing is, with that, we're artists and we're sensitive about our shit, Sister Badu.
Sure.
And we live, don't get me wrong, we live for the cheers, but not to the point where it's life sustaining. Some people do. Because if you live for the cheers, you're going to die for the silence.
Say that.
Accepting, we all want somebody. Authentic purpose. So I'm sharing myself with you, like cooking. Cooking is personal. When you're cooking, everything you make is made with love because it's personal. You chef. Oh man, it's like
You lose confidence, all type of stuff.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Which is easy to do as an artist.
it's a double-edged sword. Tag now.
I can.
You can say author. You can say published author.
Published.
Not a hood author. Published author.
Not a fixing to be author.
Right. And
Not an about to.
that's a because you got many hats.
I do.
What's next?
So in 2025, I am starting to learn how to slow down, focus on one particular thing, because I do have many hats. So I can go from here and then do this and do that all at once. So this year has taught me to kind of slow down and focus on one project at a time. So I think for the rest of the year, I'm going to work on my upcoming book.
Okay.
I already have a title for it.
Okay. You got to share it now if you want to. It's good, but
It's the title. I don't know. I like
you don't
it.
have to, because
It's the color of your shirt. It's called Blue. So yeah. So that would be one of my projects.
And I'm wearing all blue today. The universe is open.
So yeah. So that's something I'm doing this year, and then I don't know. I'm thinking about hopping back into music since I've completed something that I had on my to-do list. So you know.
So I know a while ago you sent the song that you was working on.
I did. Now I'm trying to figure out, did you really like it or not?
I did.
Well, like I told you earlier, he don't got the ability to be fake.
I responded.
In fact, it might be.
He did.
So that should say, I was like, hey, what happened to that?
I'm trying to remember how much input did I get on it. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
But you just recently asked me at Canary's comedy show. Yeah.
Right. I said, hey, what happened to that song you was working on? What's happening? What's the latest?
You were there?
I
was drunk, so okay, I'm sorry.
You don't see me nowhere. And I got pictures for everything.
So I asked. So that's if I'd asked about it, I was like, hey, you played this. What's happening? What's the progress?
You know what? I
don't ask questions for nothing.
I'm not saying I'm going through an identity crisis.
You just life. Be life.
Why didn't you perform that night?
I wasn't asked to. I don't know. And plus, you know what?
You gotta be belligerent.
Hold on.
Give me that microphone.
Hold on. Cake Sale is not my song.
Right.
That's me collabing with Sis. That's her song.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Sis?
No, her name is Justine, but I'm trying to see if you guys were ever in the building when she performed.
Because you performed that first day we met y'all, because y'all had the...
Was it both of us? Because I have a lingerie business of more curves. You gotta kick that in there. You gotta put that in there.
Let me clarify. She wasn't just randomly in the club in lingerie.
They had models and they was modeling her
clear that
lingerie.
Up, sir.
Yeah. The yaks.
The song that I sent you is mainly me trying to come out as my solo, because I'm always collabing with somebody. I'm always a feature.
Okay.
See how would I be coming out, but now it's like I'm trying to not change my image, but Nicole, hey y'all.
Make sure you say the.
Show, you know, where we have models.
I need to be at the next one.
Model my fits, but I was like, you know what? This year I don't think I want to walk in it. You know, I don't want to. Like, I just don't, and I don't know why. Like, 'cause
10 years.
I mean, a year.
But if you're the highlight.
All the girls that I bring are highlights. What?
We're not finna sell that.
However.
And the Andrea and Nicole.
Everybody be walking. Canary be walking.
See what people think.
You know what? I am thinking about coming with men wear. That's all I'm saying.
Don't do that. Because if there's a nigga in that lingerie, I might physically assault you.
That's...
I'm not going to put him in a G-string.
No, okay,
it might not be some nice boxers or something with a robe.
The last show I came through was exceptional.
You did, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you
shout out to the Andrea and Nicole.
Author.
Mm-hmm.
There's more.
Actress.
We trying to get you.
I'm waiting. I am waiting.
You ready?
I'm ready. Been ready.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Your cousin Canary is really in your corner because she hit me and was like, "Hey,
yeah, shout out to Canary.
Shout out to my cousin Canary.
You need to put Jasmine in some shit. She's talented." I was
that's dope when you got somebody that clap for you in rooms, speak on your name in rooms that you.
I love that. Love you, Bookie.
You know, so that's what's up.
So yeah, she definitely hit me. So I was gonna. Canary is
ready.
Rather forceful and
okay.
easy to convince you. She's Canary.
Come here, you. I got an offer for you, and I need you to do.
She for sure runs stuff.
What I need you to do.
Vampire and what? So you turned that into the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But it was
It's a
really,
trilogy.
But it was really about because the book expands so much deeper than I could without $1 million budget.
Hey, Lori.
Movie. Relations that it takes to bring a book idea from a good idea to here you can buy this. It truly is a journey.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a journey of self-discovery because you start finding out thought would support you and basically front on you. So you understand. So you start seeing aspects of yourself or get the understanding of yourself that you didn't even realize.
Yeah. I mean, because your biggest supporters is going to be strangers. For
Unfortunately.
Sure. It crazy, ain't it? Crazy.
Because people that, like, I shared your book, I was like, hey, y'all, gave a review. That's just me. Hey, let's get this out there. Oh, this was happening, you know. Hey, y'all, networking.
Hey, Lori.
Yeah, I seen it. She said table reading coming soon. Exactly.
Yes.
Hey, Lori.
So, you working on a new book.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to dabble into music some more.
Yeah.
You're still designing. Now we didn't talked about acting.
Mm-hmm.
And now, when we said music, now let me break it down for y'all real quick, because we dabbled in music, but we didn't say she sings and she raps. She can sing.
She can spit.
She can sing. Pipes.
Shout out to Silky.
Sister she got pipes. She
I
can
do a lot. I love that about
person.
I don't know if it's this yak or is it hot in here. I'm sweating.
It's both.
Damn.
It's my electric blue. What do you want to tell people about you that they don't know? But I know you don't want to give them too. But what do you want to tell people?
I don't want to tell y'all nothing.
I'm sure you better than I can tell you.
Coming into who I feel like I'm supposed to be. You know, I'm turning into a whole different. And I have a voice, and I'm about to start using it for sure. Like, so just watch.
For the ones that don't know, give them a synopsis, quick.
All right, so first and foremost, y'all can find Cocoon on. Cocoon really came from my healing. I've been through so much. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I started unpacking my to the point where I had to figure out, okay. So it basically.
For that, because I'm gonna say this, and this is men we. No. I'm not doing darts. It's not always us. But sometimes it do be us.
They started. And understand what was my triggers and what I don't want and what I don't want to tolerate no more. And Cocoon is really all about that, just showing getting angry at God. Like, it just shows the different steps I had to take of my healing journey. My thinking changed a whole lot. So the situation, you're gonna look at it differently. So that was my stuff and some questions that you can reflect.
What things would you trigger, or what do this that you think to what they just read?
Yeah.
Like, not only have I just shared a little bit of something, but now you put the mirror.
Yeah, like you
he
gotta
said,
do
I
that.
don't know how to be anything but your carrier of truth. Y'all will get that at 3 a.m. But I like that about your book, because you engage in the reader to think. Because some people scan through books, or like me, I got the hella books. I have more books than video games. I have more books than shoes. I have a massive amount of books, rare books, good books, great books. So I enjoy. Just like I said, you just tapped your foot in on it.
Yeah. I appreciate this process so much, because it's like, y'all don't understand the feeling of completion. Like, it that it really came from an idea, and you completed it, and it's here, and it's proof, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what's up. That is dope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looking forward to music.
yeah.
You are out of here. Are you okay? I got a question for you. Do you think there's
I believe so. I mean, I think you can. This cocoon was my healing. The next one could be my creativeness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, your cocoon is whatever. Right now, and take out all the distractions and get to it. And I speak about that in the book. Like, a cocoon ain't just you talking to therapy and eating lettuce. You gotta really figure out what you got going on in this season. Like, if your credit messed up, sis, go fix that. Like, that's what the cocoon is about. You fix everything, so when you pop out, you really pop out and show niggas. That's what it really is. Like,
let's get that joint to 620.
Hey, you come to the, right, you come to the dealership with a 400 credit score, all you gonna get is a pen. And like, it's fuck just, out of my face.
It's just a time. I didn't want to pick up my phone. I didn't want to do nothing. Like, I was cool. Like, I didn't want to talk to nobody. Like, and it wasn't being on no shady stuff. It's just like, I didn't need anybody else distracting me. Like, I just needed to focus on what I had going on.
Focus is piss poor performance happens when you prepare poorly. You know? So yeah, you gotta block out the echoes. So there's nothing wrong with going in your cocoon and handling business.
Right.
And some of y'all might call it recharging, reset.
Refrag your back.
Refrag your whatever you call it, the concept is the same. Sometimes you gotta withdraw from everything.
You have to.
Get more in tune with yourself, and then relaunch.
you ain't about to put out nothing that's gonna be worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be in disarray. So you gotta kind of come back together and get your life. Cause being a mom and all that other stuff and going through life, just life in general.
Sitting there one day and you roll over, it's 10 years, 15 years later, and you like, God damn, where'd the time go?
Yeah.
Because you ain't took the time to just be yourself.
But stepping outside yourself sometimes requires in doing.
Yeah.
They don't go below.
A lot of people only hold themselves accountable, like you said, flesh so far. Because masters oneself, you have to hold yourself accountable. I was fucked up. I was an asshole. That was me. That wasn't them. That was me. You gotta.
The self-honesty is, ooh,
There's a
man.
mud.
And when you do it, you feel so free. You gotta go in there and dig and just sit. And I get it, because it's just like nowadays you got, music tames a savage beast when it's played at a certain amount of hertz.
820.
You get that at 3 in the morning, but you find yourself with music, like a lot of your memories. You can hear a song, a tune, or something, and it take you back to
Instantly.
when
That's
you was a
true.
kid. It take you back there, but that's that portal. That's that dimension. That's that them ripples, the frequency. That's that shit you got to be on. Because once you understand who you are, what you are, and what made you be who you are, you'll get that. But it's the reason why that happens. Because you could be somewhere chilling. Let some motherfucking some say like me. Saturday morning, before you got to get up and watch cartoons, mom's had that motherfucking record player going. And it was get up to do the cleaning and the dusting. We used Indust back in the day. If y'all don't know what Pledge or Indust is, you young niggas don't know about that. You had to, then moms had the figurines and all that shit, the bookshelf. Listen to music, fucking Evelyn Champagne King and all that.
OJs.
Yeah, all that. Cleaning, Reason why they trying to give you shots and all this other shit and feed you human.
So I just seen like a story on my phone where they was saying like they might the FBI and all this stuff. I don't know what to believe no more because so much stuff is AI.
So many different distribution centers that even if one or two was corrupt, isn't in certain states because they use particular distribution centers. And now they're in Tennessee, but since they don't believe in freezing the meat and stuff like that, they're not gonna be. You're not gonna get in and out in Chicago, this and that, because it's got to be fresh.
Yeah, everything.
So, and the same thing with McDonald's, not necessarily freshness, but they have distribution centers for areas. So if one of them was like janky or selling some salmonella or whatever, they would just close down that district.
French fries, for instance. So they're French fries that are sold in the Europe.
Special modified fries.
Yeah, you go to Europe. Don't
Have
play
you ever been to
about all
Jamaica?
the additives.
if you ever go to Jamaica, there's people here in America that be like, "Oh, I don't eat KFC," because they don't like the taste of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they sell us here, the preservatives here, are illegal in Jamaica, so the KFC tastes completely different than American KFC because they might got 26 additives and preserves in KFC we eating in Oakland. KFC. We drink Coca-Cola here, and it's got the high fructose corn syrup.
Right.
So there's a little bit of a taste difference. So if you've been drinking Coca-Cola all your life, you drink some in Jamaica, you're going to be like, or in the UK, or a place like that, you're going to be like, hey, this tastes different.
Yeah.
Because it's closer to natural. Because they allow a lot of things to go on here in America that...
In the UK, they were showing strawberries, how different the strawberries look from ours. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. But at this point, I want to grow my own food.
Well, we have a lot of GMO. we have a lot of GMO.
Oh, okay. I might need.
Like, you're not gonna get a sweet. You're not gonna get a sweet potato in London. Whereas if you go to Alabama and Missouri, or Alabama and Mississippi, everything will be sweet potato. But them sweet potatoes there are not only. If you get a sweet potato in Mississippi, it's going to be modified, it's going to be GMO, and it's going to have a level of sugar and carbs in it that if you eat it for a lifetime, you're going to become a type 2 diabetic.
Automatic.
Whereas if you're trying to get a sweet a yam or whatever in London, you might, if you grew up eating it in America, you might not even like it over there because you're going to be like, this don't taste like.
This is some bullshit.
And unfortunately, we become so acclimated to certain things here that if we went somewhere else and they was giving the
eating healthy is so expensive because they like, if you can go get a 4 for 4 and a fucking smoothie is $9.
Oh no, Mo.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me though? You think about it, and then you look at these fast food restaurants because, like, I've seen a thing where the same amount of liquid you put in a small cup is the same amount of liquid. And the machine, never mind, I ain't gonna go in there because they're gonna fuck around and ban us. We get to talking about them too much. Remember when Oprah made the comment about the, Harpo?
All right.
Switch eating ass. But,
they tell Harpo to beat me.
Beat me. The world is whirling right now. So, what advice would you give to any young sister, a niece, a little cousin out?
Ancestry.com is actually true. We're all cousins.
What advice would you give to anybody who's thinking about venturing into any of the hats that you wear? What advice would you give a young person?
Get like Nike and just do it. Don't wait. The longer you wait, sometimes it'll be the hardest. Like, if you get out there and just do what you want to do, and do it now. Especially if you in your early 20s or something like that. If you have a passion for something, you made it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give yourself grace and just do whatever you have in your mind to do, because the only people that be really holding you back is you.
True.
Don't nobody else stop the flow of nothing but you. And we like to place blame on other people, like, oh, if this didn't happen or if this person didn't. No, like, we are in charge of our own self. So if there's something that you want to do it. And do it now. Don't wait. Don't find no excuses, because tomorrow will turn into a few years.
You roll over and it's 10 years later, you're like, what the fuck?
Right. So just do it. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever you got your mindset on, do it. Do it now.
Facts.
Do it.
What else been happening in the world? It's y'all want to talk about this this singer dude and the female just
I saw that.
I seen that it's some singer dude where it's supposed to be this 50 well actually it's supposed to be it's this young lady who she's like 15. They found her body dismembered.
Oh yeah, that guy.
It was dismembered.
Yeah, or
I you know
that's just I'm
That's
heartbroken
stupid.
because that's a y'all. I ain't saying dude did nothing. I don't know the details.
Hey, look, we on the air right
That's
now.
that's a young lady who ain't here no more.
right.
All right, man.
You know that's
But how old is he?
I don't know.
I looked it up today because they kept emphasizing how she was 15, and apparently he just turned 20. So right or wrong, fool with high school girls. I think the controversy comes in is that she ran away at 11. So he was.
Jesus. But I just even with that age group, like regardless if he's a teen, that's still like what do you what do you see in that?
But apparently he was on these Discord servers, which is the same ones that Doja Cat got exposed on.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you like Doja Cat and you black, you're silly, because if you look up her Discord things, she would go into racial chat groups with white supremacists and basically be in there like, fuck niggas and I'm less human because I'm part black. Like, she got... And there was people in the groups who knew she was only 12, 13 at the time and was a runaway from home.
Mm-hmm.
And they was keeping the secret because they were fans of his. So it's a lot of people in his family and his crew and everything that knew how old this girl really was.
Yeah,
so he's not the only one that should be going to jail. There's a lot of people apparently in his circle who was enabling this behavior.
I bet.
Same thing with our boy Marcus Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Because Marcus Houston's, the chick he ended up marrying was a teenage runaway that apparently him and his people was hiding until she turned 18.
I don't be hearing about none of that. What?
No, it's a wild shit. Like she was 18 and he was like 30 something. And people was like, and when he did pop out with her, talking about this is my new wife, people was like,
nigga,
she's been missing for like 3 years. Her family had her listed as missing for like 3 years. So. I guess he was doing that. Then he was telling on himself by dropping songs on this girl's birthday.
Yeah, didn't he?
On her birthday, romantic. They called it romantic homicide
or something. Yeah. See, I haven't listened to the song. I've
crazy.
only heard little bits and pieces about the story. Which, once again, I try to protect my energy with a lot of shit. You know, I try not to take on a lot of the fuckery that goes on in the world.
Yeah.
I'm wearing 9. Completion. Completion is growth, and you don't. You know, spaceships don't have rearview mirrors, but this shit is, once again, like I said. It's a young lady that's no longer with us. But I don't know the details. And once again, the main focus is this young lady. You know. Behind who, what, where, I don't know. You know, and we got to protect the sisters, the women. And apparently, this is another failed situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope.
But what goes wrong in your account as a parent that you got to get involved in your kid's life? Like, remember I was saying earlier how a lot of parents don't actually get to know their kids. They don't get to know. He put it up on social media. Apparently, shit got caught fucking. And he was beating her ass, and there was hella people in the comments on some, that's what you like, that's what you do as a father, this and that, right? And there was a couple people. One person said a comment said, "Has this father ever stopped to get to actually know his daughter and try to understand what would be her motivations to have sex at 14, or is she horny? Does she have a hormone imbalance?
Is she seeing some shit?
Or is somebody influencing her?
Right.
Or like the solution was, oh, bitch, you fucking. Oh, you want to put her on social media and he's beating her ass, and it's like.
I mean, we all come from a household of
go get the switch.
Beat your ass now and I'll ask later.
But here goes the thing. There's people, like in my particular family, there's people that say that believe in that, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm looking up all these niggas, including myself. We all went to jail. We all, and I broke out the cycle, but everybody else got a fucked up life. So all that beating and discipline didn't do shit but make angry niggas. The only ones of us who didn't end up on a path was the ones who actually rejected that bullshit them old folks was on. Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing.
Because that was slave tactics.
The only thing getting beat made me do was not do that shit in front of them. You see what I'm saying? It didn't change my mentality. It didn't change wrong. And guess what? When I got big enough to beat somebody else's ass, I spent many a night in jail behind what I did to niggas. Because, so getting my ass beat didn't make me a better person. It just made me a human fucking torpedo out here. And a lot of the motherfuckers, I remember being 15 and realizing these niggas can't whoop me. You see what I'm saying? Talking about my parents and my family, right? Mm-hmm. So niggas get to talking that, oh, I'm finna beat your ass shit, and I stand up and I'm 6'2", and I'm like, I wish the fuck you would. It didn't change who I was as a person. It didn't make me a better person. It just made me understand that if I can whoop you, you got to do what the fuck I say or I'm going to beat your ass.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that from my whoopings.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You might have got whoopings out of love. I got whoopings. See, me and my family members, we got whoopings from niggas who was mad at their life. Right. Because, see, when we would be quiet, we could still be sneaky and devious, but if we wasn't bringing no public embarrassment to the door, or if we were slick about it, nobody was beating us. The only time niggas got beat is when we was an embarrassment. But when I got big enough to be like, I wish you would put your fucking hands on me. All that shit came to a cease.
I ain't gonna hold you. So I talk to my kids more than I whoop their ass. Mm-hmm. They get their ass whooped. Okay, but that's one of the things I be wondering, because I'm about to have an 18-year-old, and I be wondering like, well, he don't get his ass whooped no more, but I be wondering like, damn, if he ever buck up.
Was you a single mom?
I was, but I had.
So you had to be firm.
Yeah, I had to be firm, but then, I wanted to be loving too. You know what I'm saying? Because I have, certain situations in my life that I don't want to bring into my own kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? So I move a little differently with them, even though sometimes I hold the same traits to certain things. Yeah. But I be wondering like, damn, if my son ever buck up to me, are we gonna square up?
It gotta look at it like this. If a son feels like you coming from a place of love or you genuinely concerned,
Lori said so.
They probably won't. But like a lot of whoopings that I got or discipline that I got was because people was unhappy with their own lives, and they took it out on us. So when I got big enough to be like, you can't see me because I've been in and out. I was in and out the juvenile hall. We was lifting weights. I was boxing. So I got to a point like, you can't whoop me. And if you go get Uncle so and so, like we're gonna go get him, I'll serve that nigga too. And if I can't serve him, I'm strapped. I literally
ready to pop him?
No, because I got to the because by the time I was 16, I was at the point where if a nigga in the streets tried to put his hands on me, if I didn't knock him down, one of my partners would have knocked him down. So if one of you niggas call yourself, because I don't feel like you niggas love me, I don't feel like you niggas. I feel like you niggas just mad at the world. You taking it out on me. If you put your hands on me, I will kill you, or my homie will kill you. And since you know the work that I put in, you know I'm not bullshitting. So all that putting your hands on me, all that saying slick comments, there'll be none of that because I will do you.
I mean, that's different from your family. And
no, I'm talking about my family.
Oh.
Like if one of you niggas put your hands on me, I'll do you.
He's talking about family.
Yeah, I'm talking about the family. And then by the time I was 16, I was estranged from him, but it was the crack era, so I was out there getting my own thing, and I ended up being basically, until I was about 27, from like 15, 16 to about 27, I was a crash test dummy based on having one of them disciplinarian families. Because fuck it. You niggas beat my ass. You niggas stronger than me. Well, you were stronger than me at 11. You ain't stronger than me now. I'll see anybody.
That's not enough.
So then I went out there into the world, and I was like, I had them 10, 11 year period, but just basically a good woman came into my life.
Amen.
And told me and convinced me that I didn't have to fight the world. And some of my partners might have thought I was this brave motherfucker because I was taking on everything, but I was really a depressed nigga with a death wish. So, and I wasn't the type of nigga that was gonna commit suicide. So I wasn't gonna kill myself, but I wouldn't have minded if somebody would have did it for me. So sometimes I placed myself in situations or I jumped in the middle of stuff that if somebody would have took me out, that's really what I was aiming for. So like I said, I had partners who thought I was this brave, wild nigga, but I was really a depressed nigga with a death wish. But once I really found my own family and found people that actually loved me, that was actually concerned, like, no, don't go out there and do that because something bad is going to happen to you. Well, why would you give a fuck if something bad happened to me? Because I don't give a fuck. But when I grew past that, and then it was suddenly, I went from a nigga like, if I die tonight, I die tonight to a, I don't want to die.
So how did you make the adjustment from being one way and understanding that the woman that came in your life was showing you a certain type of love that you didn't have? Like how did that transition for you? Was it hard?
Well, at first it was hard because I had never had nobody that I felt genuinely cared about me. So when this person is saying they care about me, they don't want nothing to happen to me, yeah, right, bitch. You're probably telling that to the next nigga. But then through time, and I started realizing that maybe this is sincere, I then started thinking, it still took a couple years, and there were still times when if something jumped off, somebody cut me off in traffic, or the gas pump, or nigga bump into me at the club, I still could revert back to my mentality, but after a certain amount of time, when you start really feeling genuinely like people care about you, they don't want nothing to happen to you, you will eventually start caring about yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So even though you got to make the change yourself, if you're surrounded by the right people, but unfortunately, I had friends that was with me with a similar mindset, because birds are or like I got one partner, he just got out a few months ago from doing 32 years because he basically shot a nigga in the face because somebody said, I bet 2 years off of, I'll show you niggas what time. Somebody over, but because niggas was fucking with him and clowning, he went and put that work in, and he walked off 32 years. But the thing is that, like I said, I was fortunate enough to start becoming surrounded by people that convinced me that I was worth something, that they cared about me. So it was a rough process of the transition, but some of my friends got murdered or like I said, 30-some years in prison behind. They didn't get a chance to make that transition.
That's crazy.
So it's a rough thing. So I say all that to some of y'all who are beating your kids or you just being this disciplinarian. I understand you having to be strict. I understand all that. I'm a parent myself. But ask yourself honestly, did you ever take time to get to know your kids, to understand why they move certain ways, why they believe certain things, why they react to certain situations? Because a lot of us, and I'm looking at my own life, we wasn't raised. We was just tolerated. That we set out in the world, and we have certain beliefs or we have certain conditioning where we react to certain situations certain ways. Didn't actually instill any values in us.
Nothing in that boy.
You just raised us. Out, and we went out in the world and did, and I got partners that went out in the world and did good things, but part of why they did good things is because they was too pussy to do anything else. They would have liked to have shot that nigga that disrespected them. They would have liked to have shot that nigga that fucked their baby mama. They would have liked to beat the shit out that nigga. I'm just saying this is what they would have liked to do. They would have liked to beat up that job, that supervisor at the job disrespected, but they was too scared of the consequences, so they dealt with it. So now they get to a certain age and they look like they've lived this good life, but they so frustrated inside because they really didn't get out how they wanted to. They wasn't good people because they was good people. They was good people because they was afraid of the consequences. And the ones who did say fuck the system and lived however they wanted to, or if you put me in the penitentiary, no, there's a lot of, and there's people probably watching right now that they didn't do good because they were good. They did good because they were scared. They were scared of what would happen.
Or I'll be there.
You ever hear somebody, man, I don't want to go to jail. And there's some niggas, I don't
give a
fuck about that.
I understand completely what you're saying. And there's also those who just said, I got other shit to do.
I like that. There you go.
No, I understand what he's saying. Dark side tries you every day, and you build shit, and you start saying, because people go down for the dirt nap every day, B. But at the same time, it's like, man, I got shit to do. So you got. Then what you gonna get? 3 hots in a cot and whatever. But then
just think of all the people that want to crash out and they really feel like they should crash out,
shit to do.
but they don't because.
Like, especially in this day and age, like we too old to be. What?
I understand what you look at. I'm using.
But you get this maturity at a certain age.
You're right. Exactly. That's why I said I'm gonna be devil's advocate because I understand completely what he's saying, and I also see the other side of that coin because. And they'll tell you a lot of decisions.
It take a certain age and maturity to get to that.
I don't rush to judgment on things because I always look at everything on both sides.
Right.
Of understanding because you have to.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of true growth. I'm not saying you agree with either side, but you have to take both sides into account to understand mentally your opponent.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you underestimate your opponent, you put yourself behind the 8 ball. And all it takes is one punch. placed to a certain part of your body, and you gonna corner with you. But it take that one motherfucker.
But see, it ain't really about that because whoop them off.
Yeah, it
You
can't.
see what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you'll come to the realization, but some of us come to the realization. Your badge of honor. So when you hit one of them yards, and it's a bunch of niggas from over there standing there. Your first thought is, your thought ain't, hey, I better be cool because them niggas is off from over there and I can't whoop them niggas. No, your thought is, fuck off. The tail end of getting stomped out, your first thought is,
I got my respect.
Exactly.
My ground.
Because see, when you end up on crash out missions, see, you gotta understand. I was a depressed nigga,
Right.
with a death wish,
And you only came to that realization with growth.
and the right. I'm so depressed because some of my best partners has got the 25 with the L, or they dead, and this and that. So if you think you don't, when you got your full crew with you, and you don't got nothing to live for, and then half your crew is dead or they never coming home,
Right.
whoo, until you do certain shit. Because you're not going to kill yourself. You're not going to do a business, but you damn sure going to put yourself in positions where you can get killed.
But
Because
like all my people going to jail 25 to life, I'm seeing my partners drop like flies. Like, why does that not shift?
You gotta want.
well, you know why it don't shift? Because who around you ain't
Push
with.
that into
Because when there's niggas who are scared to go to jail, you look at them like they pussies.
Right.
When niggas who ain't with the shit,
The smartest
you
nigga
think
in the
they
room
you
is-
think they pussies, so you don't respect it. Somebody has to come into your life, and when you on a certain path, somebody has to come into your life. Like there were some partners that played ball in school, and they end up gravitating to the coach. So boom, right there they have somebody. But when you have nobody, even if terrible shit happens to these niggas, see, I was my mother's sixth son. And other than one of my brothers, everybody else cashed out by the age of 21. And a lot of my friends did too. So you know what my thought process was? When you turn 21 and 22, you're going to die. And so I literally never had made any plans for the future because in the back of my mind, I'm going to live in my life that I'm going to die. I started having kids. I literally don't fuck with my kids. To nobody, but in my mind, it don't fucking matter because I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, wow.
So ain't no need for me to get close to them. I'm not gonna be here. But then next thing you know, I'm 26,
here.
I'm 27.
Now
I
you
ain't
40.
died, but I'm still thinking, well, sooner or later, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna get killed, or I'm gonna get in the car. Something's going to happen.
Worried
And next
about
thing I know, my kids are teenagers, and I got good people around me, so I start thinking,
when the light
well,
switch
maybe
hit.
I'm not gonna die. Probably seen hide no hair to me, and I'm like, hey, Bob's home, and niggas got like, back up,
Who
nigga.
is you? Right.
Back up, nigga. And other people in my life, I'm trying to reconnect with my family, and my family is still remembering me as a teenager saying, I'll kill all you niggas. Okay, so you can tell niggas ain't even comfortable when I come around. And I'm sitting there, so now I'm in a difficult position because the light is on. I want to do good things. I want to do right, but nobody's fucking with me. My family ain't fucking with me. My kids ain't fucking with me. So what do most niggas in my situation do? They just go back to the comfort.
The shit they used to.
Comfort.
And that's where.
But I had some people that encouraged me, that worked with me, so I still wrote. But oh, you wasn't there, nigga. Whoopty whoop, whoopty whoop, and I was like, oh. I tried to explain to one of my sons, hey, you know, blood, I was going through my trials and tribulations. I didn't have no daddy and whoopty whoop. And nigga was like, I don't want to hear that weak ass excuse. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, but this is the truth.
Yeah.
I wasn't around when you was little, nigga, because I didn't think I was going to be around.
That put a new perspective on what deadbeats may be going through mentally.
Well, that's
sit back and say, oh, these niggas ain't doing it, or because there's deadbeat moms too.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You know,
facts.
You got moms that choose drugs and different shit and different lifestyles over their kids. You do have that. You have dads that, and the thing is, everybody's going through something. So you got to try to, even though you're going through your own shit, like you said.
Sometimes as black men, the world don't have no sympathy.
Oh, no. Sometimes it never does.
Oh yeah, never.
It doesn't.
We try to explain ourselves.
We're coming to a point where women go through the same things. But the crazy part about it is we go through it mostly with our black men. They hate us the most.
Well, maybe it's not necessarily hate.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna claim that.
Do you see how many men?
I'm not gonna claim that.
I mean, I'm not saying all.
I'm not gonna.
It's a lot of them though.
Words have power.
But see, here's a psychological thing.
Words have power.
A white dude actually told me this. A white dude told me when you have depression and you have inner anger at yourself, it's like going to join a club. You have such a negative view of yourself that if there's a club that would accept you, you don't even want that club, because why would a club fuck with a nigga like you? So sometimes in relationships, I can hate myself so much that if you start talking about you love me, I might be like, fuck you love about me. You see what I'm saying? In fact, you playing with me. So now I hate you, even though you sitting there like, nigga, I'm the one that love you. But it's not that I'm hating you. I hate me. Hate anybody that support me because I hate me. So when you say black men, I know a lot of brothers that are really antagonistic towards their women. They dog their baby mamas. They mistreat them. But that's an internal issue that they projected onto her.
I love me.
You know, it's a lot of brothers out there. Like I said, there's a lot of brothers who are crash outs in their heart, but because they so timid or they don't want to go to jail or they don't want to get called up and stuff, that they don't crash out. But then they lead these lives where they so frustrated and they so angry and this and that, that anybody that's with them is gonna be miserable. The wife, the kids, everybody's gonna be miserable because you got a nigga in the house who genuinely hate himself.
On the square. And a man, and just real shit, a man who doesn't feel he can provide, produce, or whatever, he feels less than.
You feel useless.
And he's gonna be at war with himself because he can't. Because I'm not gonna say that dudes come up with. I ain't saying this. I'm not a Sith, so there are no absolutes. Most men dream of being able to provide for their kids, their families. That's ingrained.
But
in
when you can't,
the most you can. But when you can't, and not the shit that's your fault. I'm gonna divide this pie real quick. But when you got those multipliers, you know, I got the foolishness that we do on our own. That's a different pie. So I'm separating the pie, not the our fault shit. Because you to understand it truly, you do have to break it down and separate this pie. The things out of our control that happen is a lot. Now the dumb shit, whether it's following the wrong people, the ignorance that comes with following the wrong people, the way you was raised, the things that you were exposed to subconsciously or consciously. Although that's the you gotta, like I said, you gotta break down the pie. Psychology is my forte, so
okay.
you know, you gotta break down the pie. You have to.
To really get a book for you one day.
Yeah, to get to the real answers, you really gotta break down the pie and say, okay, we got the disparity that's given to us as melanated men because we ain't black. Stop calling yourself a fucking color. That's first and foremost. The disparity, the way that of you ain't shit, you lazy, you everything. We didn't get considered lazy till we stopped working for free. The plight of the melanated man didn't become an issue until the others decided to include the melanated sisters in their fight for their causes, because the melanated woman was always queen, and excuse me, queen. I'm not gonna call it queen, because if you know the etymology of the word queen, you would stop calling sisters queens. You get that at 3 in the morning.
Break it down,
but the hierarchy in the melanated household, the melanated woman was always held at a high level. Always. It wasn't until that shit, the womanhood fight that didn't. We always were together, and then they started saying, for you to go further, to have this, this, and yeah. So the accountability of the melanated man is a big challenge. Look at and say, these things were out of this man's control. And they set shit up to. That's it. That's this other part of the pie.
I had some cousins and they daddy. Years before they saw him again. I met my daddy once when I was 16. It's been 40 years since that Wednesday, and that Wednesday still ain't came. I got a feeling now. I have sympathy to a degree for them because I know that they probably got broke by the system. And so thus they felt less of a man. Like you said, they couldn't provide. Probably felt like they was one man alone against the system, and that's damn near to some people it's insurmountable. And I know the system was fucked up, but I just knew too many of my partners, too many of men in my own family, and too many of my cousins. Niggas just cut.
Because
Same going on now.
They lack.
Same thing is going on now.
Yeah,
the hamster wheel is always.
Especially with how the world is going now. Like, if y'all, what advice?
Go ahead, ask the question.
Would
I mentor a lot of them, and not through like no program. Like I have a lot of young men that I know, and they literally, and I make sure even though I'm dead tired, even sometimes I'm dead tired, even sometimes I'm going through my own thing, when they call me and they need to hold a couple dollars, or they need somebody to talk, or they got a situation, my only words is always, I'm on my way. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I had a birthday party. Remember my birthday party in my backyard?
Yeah.
And one young man, he had just got out the feds. And he came through and he was talking to me and he said, man, I ain't never met nobody your age.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, his daddy died young, his uncles died young, and he on the block and everybody died. And he had never knew nobody who had made it my age. And I sat down with him and I was like, man, if you want to make it to my age, these are things you got to do. You got to get involved with your kids. If you get mad about some shit, you got to put the pistol down. You can't say fuck it, let that shit blow. And you got to find some type of occupation. And that was probably the first time a man had talked to him on any level other than get money, nigga, or something. That was the only time somebody that age was somebody to say, hey, blood, I care about you.
Yeah.
And not let him down, because every time he reached out to me after that, no matter how tired I am, no matter this and that or what I'm going through, I'm here for you because I'm trying to save him. And that's what I tell you. Be no big brother, get involved in something. You got a nephew. You got a little cousin. Hell, your side.
No, for sure. Because I always tell my brothers,
That's what I say.
They be like, man, the world's so crazy. I be like, you know, back in the day. Black. Even if y'all gonna be on the block, ain't no more OGs out here telling you that's just nothing. But I know, but I'm saying like there's. They don't have nobody to be in their ear like, nah, it ain't worth that. Or don't move like that, or you know what I'm saying?
The baton got dropped.
We gotta consciously. That's what I say to any brother like that. You gotta be like Deshaun was saying earlier. You gotta be intentional. Like if you say I'm gonna break the cycle, you gotta be intentional. Because I remember there was some good men around when I was growing up. But guess what? The good men in my family that had jobs that wasn't with the bullshit, they had absolutely no time for us. The most we ever see. I remember I had a big cousin. He was my mother's first cousin, and I was really a fan club to this nigga, right? Because he was tall, he was strong, he was everything I wanted to be as a kid. I think I was about maybe 12. And he came by grandma's house to visit. And so, you know, you're a kid, you want attention. So I went to him, hey, wooty woo, wooty woo. And I said, hey, give me $1, just being. Now, seeing as, I think I was about 12, seeing as I didn't have a daddy, because I had never met my daddy at that point, that shit wounded me. Now, fast forward, I'm 28. I just got me a Cadillac and I came through to stunt. I had one of them SRSs. It's the fly shit out. I pull up, right? And I had a gold chain with a big ass cross on it, right? I'm stunting. The nigga come out and he starts saying, oh, you got a cross, whoop-de-whoop, right? And I said, yeah, I got a cross, nigga, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga said, oh, you can't be wearing no cross, like, for no status symbol, you know, it's a Christian. He started trying to give me a life lesson, right? I ended up exploding on this nigga, right? Threatened to kill him and everything. Some of the other family members came out with and it took me years to realize it wasn't 28-year-old me that was tripping. Your daddy and hurt my feelings.
You harboring shit.
16 years later, I am still mad. And when the nigga, he actually called himself giving me some, oh man,
that's
you know.
Why you gotta impact them triggers.
But see, I really think, because me and him did have a conversation like some years later. And what he didn't understand, I really wasn't able to articulate when it was. He was actually, he was talking to 12-year-old me. 12-year-old me was so friendly advice.
You had that.
It turned into, nigga, I will kill you out here talking to me.
You really
nigga.
went to that function to go stun him.
I didn't know he was gonna be there, but it turned into, nigga, I will kill you in front of your mama.
The
right
thing
here.
is,
but it wasn't me.
Melanated men, and this is
It was
universal.
just 12-year-old me with a gun.
Whether it's friendship between men, brothers, relationship with a sister, even friendships with females. Men need to feel safe and be able to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because society doesn't allow us to be vulnerable.
That's
and
true.
so, as a man, if I decide to be vulnerable with you, don't understand it. And there's so many small steps when it comes to. I mean, you just look at the whole from A to Z when it comes to men. The ways the signs that they try to allow themselves to be vulnerable to people, that a lot of people don't recognize those things.
Yeah.
Those
Like
signs.
I cried last. Talking about arrangements and having to put something on it, and I cried last night.
You're supposed
and then
to. Nothing wrong
I
with it.
felt so fucking embarrassed.
Why?
What do I say?
You
You can cry. What I say? You can cry in the car.
Despite still that 17-year-old nigga who don't want people to think I'm soft.
Yeah.
And so I cried for my cousin. I was so upset. Like I went through the whole day. But now I was sitting at my desk at home and it was quiet. Wasn't no music on, so then now I'm alone. So I'm with my thoughts. And I started crying.
Let it out.
But then I was fucking whooped. And then one of my sons came in and I didn't want him to see me with red eyes. So I went into the bathroom and washed my face.
Oh, that
'Cause
would have
I
been
was-
the best thing for him.
Because I
Sexiest thing
was
you do is
embarrassed,
cry in
and
front
I
of
never want one of them to think I'm soft or that I don't got this.
But you
Because
don't
see,
want them to
even though I'm a middle-aged moments,
You don't.
I'm
want-
still dude who don't want. To keep people from thinking I ain't with the shit.
That's
And
understandable.
so no matter how much in certain situations. Yeah, no, I was
would have, opened some maybe a different door for them to be make sure they
be soft because they got to know
Double-edged
that I
sword.
got this.
Double-edged sword is.
I'm not gonna fold.
They got to learn it from somewhere. Like I said, I understand what he's saying, but I also look at the other side
crying
of
like
it
a
also
baby.
and say
And then I was
we have to
embarrassed.
show. Because I've said here, dude, you niggas that's here's the thing. Let me keep it a buck. It ain't yours. It's just your turn. And you're fuck. You can be the motherfucker for 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
It's always somebody out there that probably got a bigger, more money, something, and got more conversation that's gonna make whatever happen. Same vice versa. Shit happens. So get out your feelings when it comes to when that shit happened and just you know something, this is a lesson, you learn from it. You can go cry in the car. I don't give a fuck. Male or female, this person could hurt your feelings. And you was in a weak moment and it hurt your feelings. You hurt by, betrayed, all that. We've all been cheated on. I don't give a fuck. You can, no, nigga ain't know it. Nigga, quit lying. You maybe don't know about it, but believe me, nigga, the maintenance man is a motherfucker. The janitor got no key. The janitor got keys. But I'm just saying, just keep it real. Because you got to, once again, you got to break that pie down. When you going to go into the real, when you break shit down to this lowest compound, you have to add and subtract and really account for all factors of this shit that shit happens that's beyond your control.
Agreed.
And you have to accept that fact.
Yeah.
The people who think that shit can't happen to them, nigga, she over there doing some shit with motherfuckers for less.
True. We fucked the relationship off anyway.
Well, exactly.
Nobody wants it. I develop a facade.
Remember the post I made? I made a post.
Under control over here.
Is that giving nonchalant though?
You're nonchalant because
appears that to him though.
Because you can be so. Get your feelings out, you lose so much. You know I love you, but what actually comes out your mouth?
Skeptical.
But in your heart, you really want to. Here's the thing. If you've been living off of ego, that moment you tell her, hey, you're the most important thing in the world to me. But then there'll come a moment when you're by yourself and you think, damn, I went out like a bitch. I gotta let this hoe know, man, that she's not bigger than the world.
That's ego.
Right now, so y'all can heal these triggers, you know.
Here's the thing.
Sometimes you don't even realize this trick.
No facts.
You gotta understand. You gotta take time to defrag your hard drive. Like you said, you gotta shut everybody else out and take time to understand what the fuck is going on and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, and a lot of people be trying to heal themselves, and sometimes you can't.
That's damn near ingrained in you. You know, like, cause some of us might have grew up and seen, not necessarily dad, but you seen the man of the house when he got nagged or got caught cheating or whatever. At a certain point, he say, hey, shut up, bitch. I don't want to hear that shit. So guess what you do? When you're grown,
you start
and
thinking that's the way to be.
You might get caught cheating, or you might get caught this, or maybe shit not right, and a person is berating you and trying to make you do better, and they get to touching the nerve, and you deep down, you don't want to hear that because then you would have to be accountable. And so what do? You know a way to stop, and you don't have to be accountable. So you say, hey, you better watch who the fuck you talking to. Now she can't say nothing else to you.
Y'all can't do that to them new women.
Well, this is what you saw all the other men do.
No, I understand. I mean, women
so what do you do when you're under pressure? When you if you can't whoop me, you can't talk to me.
The least path of resistance.
But see, you got a lot of cats underneath the smiles, underneath the smoothness, underneath the this.
Well,
they really all fucked up. And sometimes, if you want to control that, then you try to appear nonchalant. Nothing affects me. Nothing bothers me.
And sometimes,
like I said, my son,
them in.
I was hurt last night. Just last night, less than 24 hours ago, I was probably one of the most
camouflage. What's happening?
Feelings I've ever had, and I was sitting there boo-hoo crying under a newborn. But when my son walked through the door, I excused myself, went to the bathroom, cleaned my face, and he said, "What's going on?" And I said, "Nothing," because I couldn't let him see me be vulnerable. And here go the thing. I'm a man where I should be so far beyond that.
I feel like that's important to show to your young boys. Vulnerability. That's important.
Listen to me.
That's facts.
I'm gonna tell you this as your boy. The woman can see our vulnerability, but men
she won't respect you after that.
That's not always true.
What? That is not true.
That's not always true. I understand what he's saying because once again, his truth. We can't disacknowledge his truth, but he has a point. History has shaped him the way he is because he's dealing in his truth. Mm-hmm. There's, once again, I'm not a Sith. There are no absolutes. There are other sides.
You're not what?
That's it.
What is that?
Star Wars reference.
I'm a deep
Well, break it down. Break it down. I don't know what.
Only
if you ain't watched those Star Wars, you don't get it.
Only a Sith believe in absolutes. Says it's only this or that.
Extreme.
Why people put a lot of onion powder on a lot of foods. You understand? Shit with layers.
Use garlic powder instead.
Garlic powder. That exactly. Garlic has layers. There's a reason certain things have layers. I'm giving you some gems once again because I'm a cognac drinker, deep thought thinker. But to answer your question, there's layers to everything. You got to be able to. Men need to be able to respond to men. And allow men to know that it's okay to be vulnerable. Yes. That's why I've always said, and I joke about it, but I said, dudes, men, it's okay to cry in the car. Because society, and you have 98% of men saying, nigga, you ain't supposed. No, man, fuck that. Nigga, you can go cry in the car if your feelings hurt and this and that. You can go cry in the car. Don't go fucking take it out on the world and shoot up the block. It's okay to go cry in the car.
Yeah.
But you can't cry in the house. Not in front of no audience.
Man, cry.
You can, listen.
Cry
now. Listen. I'm gonna give you an old school. I'm gonna give you a subliminal gem. Boys in the Hood movie. When Trey came in the house and he was swinging at the at the wind, and Nia Long grabbed it, and she had that form-fitting wrestling suit on, and crying because after Doughboy, he was Doughboy, let me out. He broke down as a man. That move, you guys, there's so many gems. The answers has always been in your face.
John Singleton.
Yeah, rest in peace to the noob. A great, brilliant director. That scene, he was vulnerable in front of his woman. Mm-hmm. And we know what happened after. So, right. All I'm saying is, even when he said, "Doe, let me out," he accepted who he was as a young man. He accepted the responsibility and the acknowledgement of who he was, regardless of, we should go do this to these niggas. And he said, hey, this ain't me. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of strength to sit amongst your peers who you look up to and idolize. Mm-hmm. And most of us will say, as a young, not knowing, I'm finna go along just to get down to get down. Mm-hmm. He said, hey, this shit ain't sitting right with my spirit. Doe, let me out. What we need is for a moment to be like Trey and acknowledge that, this ain't me.
There's a but though.
The but is we have to make that space comfortable.
Yeah.
It don't make you no sissy, no punk.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
There's the
on certain spectrums.
Here's the but. The very first time I ever did a drive-by, I was 16. And somebody.
We're not trying to be.
What the fuck?
I don't need nobody.
We ain't talking about that.
Should have been on Doe, let me out. But the difference between me and Dude was Dude actually. And the niggas in the car wouldn't have respected me. There it is. And you know what? If I would have had any inkling of common sense, or maybe if I had a father, I wouldn't even been in the car probably in the first place.
That's the
but because I'm here, and these niggas, especially the nigga that was driving, was the most important things in the world to me. I couldn't look like a punk.
Mm-hmm.
So
we've all done
we
shit
get
that we for the calculation.
It's nothing to do, but it's nothing to do but get at it.
When I was younger.
It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do but get active, and then the next time you got to get active. I ain't scary no more. You see what I'm saying? I ain't scary no more because it is what it is. But if maybe I would have had a father, or if I would have had some type of man in my life to be like, stand up, speak, nigga, don't go along with shit because the crowd, I might have been on some, nah, y'all let me out.
Yeah, true, you're right.
But because I didn't have that influence, in fact, if I would have been in the back seat and one of them niggas would have said, let me out, I would have been back there.
What the fuck wrong with you?
But you see what I'm saying?
Exactly, to the point of what I'm saying.
You got to have a father or some type of figure in your life.
We have to know, exactly to your point. You're exactly my point. We need to make that space in society be acceptable and comfortable.
Yeah.
Because everybody has ego. Remember, we come from the era where we went to the junior high parties, the whatever dance, the house parties, and it was this all you needed was this.
A piece of paper.
I come from this era.
And like the wood, how many numbers
phones.
like the wood, how many phone numbers did you get?
You know,
I got 6.
Wasn't no Facebook. Wasn't no DMs. Wasn't none of that.
No.
Conversation around the nation.
Yeah.
Nothing like coming back to your homies and saying, I got the number, nigga.
This is what it was. You know, so you had to be creative. You had to have some type of confidence.
You had to have a mouthpiece.
And hey, I think y'all be like, this nigga ain't shy. I tell you, I'm certain back then, nigga. I was like.
I mean, you couldn't get laid if you don't talk. So shit, and I'm trying to get laid, so you gotta talk.
But I used to be like, man.
I don't know how niggas do it in this modern era, but in our era, they got to walk that mouth.
It's too easy.
You gotta work that mouth.
Nobody wants to get told no. Even to the day, even though I'm far removed.
And to get the new Polaroids.
I not want to be told no.
Oh, you was a back.
What happened if he was told no?
No, what happens is, because it's ego. Here's the thing.
So you can tell me no back in there.
Once again,
fuck, it's on to your partner.
Yeah. See that, but that's what you got. That's the default.
Uh-huh.
But if you're an intentional person, I don't waste shots.
Oh, okay.
We snipers now.
I don't waste shots. Wasted energy is wasted time.
If I come to a party back in the day, there's 30 girls in there. 30 girls was getting got at.
You gotta be intentional.
Come on, you know how it is when you're a youngster. You try to get it in because it don't matter. It don't matter if you holler at 40 of them and one say yes. It's on.
Okay.
But you gotta be when you're intentional. Because just like
once again, it's fatherless behavior, as they say.
I'm gonna ask you a question as a sister, woman. A dude come to you and you see he had 50 people, and he come to you too. How you gonna feel?
I'm not talking to him.
But you see the dude.
Like him?
No, because he like everybody.
Oh. Somebody's triggered the. Yeah, we got security.
Oh.
So the
You
thing is,
Chris Brown.
Who?
Chris Brown.
I don't. Never mind. I don't mess with.
Okay.
No, he's not my type.
Okay. But I'm just saying.
But money and fame is every woman's type.
Shit. I mean, maybe.
You
I don't
intentional?
know.
I
mean, I wouldn't date nobody just for the money and fame.
Yeah.
I for sure.
But it's a nice addition to the sauce.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta accompany with other things.
But being intentional
matters.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And my intent is to lock you down.
Because if I see you only came to me and you steady on me, I'm gonna give you all play. If you over here moving around the room, I'm just another one on the roster or the list you're trying to create.
Also, you can see because everybody got history and past, so you can see, like he said, you see 30 and you like, then you be like, oh, didn't see that. I didn't see that. You don't know what you don't know until you know it.
Yep.
I won't hit the throw it a little bit too hard.
Okay. Just saying. So you got to be intentional with shit nowadays.
You got to move with purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because wasted shots is wasted shots. It's wasted energy. But yeah.
I thought they had the place surrounded. I was going to say, I got to go.
Shit, you don't want to go if they got the place surrounded.
Look, I got to get up out of here. I don't know.
We got this. But intentional is shit. We going on 2 hours. Look at that.
Man.
Everybody, once again, what's happening with you?
Okay, so look.
Is there any autograph copies available?
So it's only, okay, so this is my thing. And people have been asking me this. Everybody asks why I didn't do a hard copy.
Mm-hmm.
I did not do a hard copy because the platform that I was utilizing, you have to have a certain amount of pages. Right now, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to add journal pages to an actual hard copy.
Okay.
To decide if I want to even do the hard copy, but we'll see. But yeah, you guys can go to Amazon. I will actually look into that. You know, I'm just now busting out, so I haven't full-fledged.
First go around.
So I can figure out how to do so. I for sure will take it.
And even in our space is available here. You can invite people down to get signed copies. We'll put some food out and some liquor and stuff like that. You know?
I mean, hello, thank you. I love that. See,
Bingo, Canary, and we have a little gather. You know, we have a little gather. We set out some food. You autograph some copies of the books for people that want to get.
Help me be great. That's all I'm saying.
As long as you put out chicken wings.
I love chicken wings. They call me the wing lady. Okay, so you guys can go to Amazon. Y'all can look it up by my name. Or you can look up the book title Cocoon, A Journey of Healing, Faith, and Becoming. Mm-hmm. You guys can also go follow me on Instagram at JShanaeXO. And the link is actually in my bio for the book.
Yes.
You know, so follow me. Thank y'all for having me on here. I really appreciate it. Last time we had a ball, but this time it was an amazing time. You know what I'm saying?
Like you did. I was like, man, would you just come through and share? She's like, for real? Yeah, I like that. I'm like, come on, make it happen. I mean,
I'm not turning down.
What happens is a lot of the times, you know, people are doing things. They're like, man, what platform can I go on? Who's going to, you know. Promote your shit, man. We with that because that's what we about, and that's really what this shit is about. It's for the love of the culture, the love of expanding. Don't know who we are. We got people who don't know who you are.
Right.
One hand washes the other. They both wash the face. What's up? I want to wish you continued success and blessings. And
thank you.
They're sitting back watching and just like do what you do. You know, I love to see people doing things, expanding their horizons, growing, pursuing. I'm just newbie, intelligent guy, gifted African nigga. Yeah. So you told them where they can find you. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see we get you on the screen. Looking forward to more music, more words, everything.
good shit.
All that good shit. Shout out to Camouflage. Flash tuning in. He couldn't be here tonight. He's doing the dad thing. His son's playing football. See, that's that responsible dad. You know what I'm saying? So salute to my guy. I want to say once again, rest in peace, Val T. Praying for you, your family. And mom's birthday was yesterday. Happy heavenly birthday. My brother and my sister's birthday was yesterday too. So
all these
love
birthdays.
y'all. My middle son birthday coming up too. Mom's birthday is my mom birthday is next month, and my best friend in the world, grandma's birthday next month too. I'm Deshaun. You can find me at Cognac_Confessionals on Instagram. Please find me in your chick dreams. You'll get that at 3 in the morning. Long and who get to ride on jets and who get shows canceled and all the distractions and the race baiting and get you a 9. I'm a Raider fan, but get you a 9 or a 7. Peace, prosperity, and growth. Do what the fuck you need to do. You was born by yourself. Look inside yourself to find yourself. And always remind yourself that even though you was born by yourself, to always be yourself. Because without self, you just fucking flutter. Peace, love, light. And now it's time to say goodbye
To all my Negro friends.
Hey, catch y'all next week when we got some more